Hello. Good morning. I'm Becky, and I'm at the bead place without Abby. Abby's a little bit late today, but she'll be here. So if I keep looking at the door, you know why. So yeah, I'm Becky. We're at the bead place. The bead place is a nearly 4,000 square foot shop in the St. Louis area. We have beads and yarn and jewelry supplies and all kinds of fun goodness. We have fun here. Um, so today we are kicking off where we left off last night. Last night we walked through the shop and picked out some cool beads that are in the color combo. What's the color combo, Becky? Color combo is an exercise put on by Carrie Griffiths and Paula Keen through the Facebook group called Makers of Mixed Media Art/Artists. And it's worldwide. Anybody can do it. You take the three colors that are suggested, and you can add black and white and a metallic if you want to. Make anything you want. You can paint, you can draw, you can play with beads with it, anything you want. So we picked out beads last night, and tonight I'm going to, or today, I'm going to make out some stuff out of the beads that we picked out. Words are hard because I have not had coffee yet. Coffee. So before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, heart if you're watching on Facebook, and share this with your friends. Appreciate it. Um, there we go. Who do we have? Susan. Good morning, Susan. I hope Abby feels better. She texted this morning and she says that she is feeling better, but she slept a little bit too much, but that's good. So she'll be here shortly. I am going to bring us down to hand cam. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. There's my hands and my glasses too. Okay. It says we have 6 people watching, but I've only said hello to one person. Say hello if you're there so I can say hello back. Or you can remain anonymous. It's totally fine. So these are the gel prints that I made with the color combo. Let me put the color combo on the screen for just a second. There we go. So this month we're working with Dragonfly, which is that teal in the middle, Pomegranate, which is a deep maroon color, and Harvest Pumpkin, which is the dark orange there. They're all kind of dark, mysterious colors. I like it. However, these were tricky for me. These were kind of tricky for me. Got out of my comfort zone with this one, but there we go. But that's what it's all about. Learning new things, learning the way colors play with each other, and just all kinds of good stuff. I just spilt my beads. Can you believe that? Okay, so there's that. And there's this one. It's kind of metallic, kind of pastel colors of the color combo. And there's this one. I couldn't get the color combo right on this one. I had trouble with it. But this is the best one, I think. And the stencils you see on these are from PM Artist Studio. I designed this one. It's called Love Lattice. My friend Caleb designed that one. It's called Liquid Layers. And I designed this stencil as well. This is my newest one. It's called Music Trellis. Can you see the music notes? It's all music notes, nothing else, just music notes. And the way they overlap, it looks like flowers. So there we go. Okay. Beads. I've spilt these beads. So last night we picked out beads. I'm going to go over the selection here, and then we can pick a metal color. We have either bronze or copper. So start thinking about that. And when I get done telling you about the beads we chose, we can dive right in and start playing. So we picked out these Java glass beads last night. What are they called? They have a fancy name. They are... I don't have the tag. They're fancy Java beads. Abby can tell you all about them when she gets here. Speaking of Java beads, these are also Java beads, the ones that I'm picking up. So those are pretty cool. That's our pumpkin color with some black stripes on it. Those are the ones I spilled on the table, but I've almost got them cleaned up. And here's a closer look at the ones that I was mentioning before. Aren't those cool? I think they're cool. Hi, Linda. Good morning. And also we have some red, silver, silver-lined red seed beads. We have some checked glass in the pumpkin color and the dragonfly color. And we have these beautiful beads with a little bit of goldy copper on the edges of them. That's our dragonfly color there also. We have this recreated amber beads. These are cool. They're so light, like amber, but they are not real amber. They're cool. They have little inclusions in them. Really cool. It's like a soup can. Very cool. We have these. It has the Picasso wash on the ends of it to give it some depth. And we have some dark red fire polish, 4mm. We have these beautiful orange white heart beads. White heart because the centers of them are white. That's done in the manufacturing process. And then we have these Java beads. These are cool because these have 2 of the 3 colors on them already. So the base is our dragonfly color, and then it has the pumpkin colored stripes along with some off-white kind of beigey color. So these are extra cool. I'm glad that we decided on those. And then we have the red Java glass, dark red. That is our pomegranate color. And then some blue seed beads with the AB on them. Makes them look like bubbles. Ooh, excuse me, my throat's making noises. And then we have the orange seed beads. So the orange and the blue seed beads are both size 6s, and the red is a size 8, so they're a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to make today is I'm going to make a charm bracelet, but we're going to vote on if you want me to use the brass base or the copper base. The copper base is more of a bangle, and it opens like this. Maybe. There we go. And then you slide the stuff on. And then this one is a traditional charm bracelet with the links, and you can put charms on those. So I'm going to be making dangles out of the beads that we chose and put them on a charm bracelet. So there's only 2 people in chat, but let's see if we can come up with an answer. I see 8 of you watching now. So who we can vote brass or copper. Which one should I use, the brass or the copper? Either way, I'm going to be making dangles out of the beads we chose. I'm going to take you up just a little bit so you can see all of them. There we go. So I'm going to make it a charm bracelet either way. We are going to be using either the brass or the copper. The brass is a chain and the copper is a bangle. Let's see. Susan says vote for charm brass. Hi, Caroline. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, what we're doing is last night we walked around the shop, picked out these beautiful beads that are in this month's color combo, and I will put that up there. That's the color combo. Pomegranate, dragonfly, and a harvest pumpkin. Last night we walked around the shop and found beads in those colors, and we this one. There we are. Now we are putting together a charm bracelet with the beads that we chose last night. We're doing either brass or copper. So we're voting on brass or copper. Susan says brass. Caroline says copper. Linda says brass. So cool. I think brass won. Okay, cool. All fall harvest colors. Yes. If you're into fall, this is your palette. And I was saying just a minute ago, these are not my colors. I love the teal. I really do. But I don't use warm colors very often. So the orange and the red, especially orange and red together, are not really in my wheelhouse. So this is exciting because I get to learn how these colors play together, what looks good, what doesn't, and we're going to make something with it. So yay for learning, right? Okay, I'm going to put this one away and we will use the brass one. So I have brass head pins. And if I can open it up here, it is still early in the morning. I've only had a couple sips of my coffee. There we go. So these are 2-inch head pins. I don't know what gauge off the top of my head, but I'm guessing that they are somewhere around 20 or 22. Ooh, the package says they're 22. I was right. Yay. It's been long enough around all this stuff, and you can see what it is without even looking at the label. Okay, so we have these spacers. Spacers may or may not be included in the pack of beads that we are posting on our website for pre-order with this. We'll see. So yeah, when you go to bplace.net, you can order a little smattering, a little bag of beads like this. This is what the bag looks like. This is about how many beads you get for $14.95. And I'll put that link in there in just a minute. So it's at least a couple of all the fancy beads, depending on how many there are on a strand. And of course, some seed beads and Java beads. So that is what it looks like. If you want to do a bigger project, a lot of people order more than one. Okay, let me link that real fast. And then we will start to make something. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, there's a link to the mystery kit. I believe it's called Choose Your Own Adventure. Okay, so we have this bracelet. I'm going to undo the lobster and woo. Yeah, it's going to need a couple more links to fit me. It looks like it's maybe a 6-inch. My wrist is exactly 7. But you can add on to it, no problem at all. Just put a little chain at the end, you're all good. Okay, so I think I'm going to make a couple dangles and then I'm going to attach them. Let's see. I like to use the close wrap loop. So I will demonstrate that and I will demonstrate how our one-step looper works. We call it the plooper because the number on the website, the product number is PLOOP. Ploop. But yeah, it's a one-step looper. We love it. So I'm going to do a little bit of both of those. So let's make some dangles. What's everybody got going today? We have open tables here at the shop. And that's when people come in and make whatever they want to make. It's not a class, it's just a hangout. And we have a really good group of ladies that come in and play and laugh and have a good time. So, isn't that cute? Cute. I think one of my friends from that Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist group that I just mentioned, I think somebody from that group who is local is going to come in today and I get to meet them. So I'm super excited. Super excited. I'm putting one of these small spacers at the bottom just so it kind of unifies everything and makes them look like they all belong. Okay, what does she say? 20 is 20 gauge head pins preferred for wrapping. It's a personal preference, Sue. It's a personal preference. I kind of like 20. 22 is okay. This is what we have here. A little bit on either side of 20 is fine. It's just what you like. If you're brand new to using head pins and making loops, I know your experience, but if somebody is new with it, softer is better. So remember, when it comes to gauges, the bigger the number, the smaller the actual wire. So a 22 gauge would be a lot smaller than a 12 gauge. It's kind of backwards that way, but that's the way it works. So yeah, I prefer 20, 22, 18, whatever. It's totally up to the person doing it. And I'm just bending these and kind of putting them there for now. And you'll see why I'm leaving it at that stage right now. And let's see, let's put on one of these and a blue one. Oh no, it ran away. Run away, run away. Bring me a shrubbery. Anybody know what that is? Bring me a shrubbery. You get 100 cool points if you know what that is from. Run away, run away. Bring me a shrubbery. Okay. Anybody? We have drizzle, rain. Our weather will be getting colder tonight in South Florida. It was cold for South Florida. I have a friend that lives in LA, really close to LA. And she said it's usually between the 60s and 70s now, but it's in the 80s now. And it's kind of hard on the environment because the birds haven't migrated and, the stuff, like nothing has done what it's supposed to do yet for the season. So it messes up the ecosystem when the weather doesn't play nice. And that's a bummer. So what I'm doing, I have the head pin at an angle here, and I am taking my round nose pliers, putting it right there. If you want all your loops to be the same size, you can take a Sharpie and mark it on there, and it'll wear off eventually. It's fine. I'm just kind of eyeballing it somewhere in the middle, closer to this end, and I'm just looping it back behind, rotate my pliers, and then just taking this under, and we have a loop. So now I'm going to start in the middle and work out. So I put it on here, and there's still a break in my loop, so I can put it on here like that. Then I'm going to hold it with my chain nose the best I can, and it is kind of awkward because it's on there and it's dangly, but I am going to just take the tail and wrap it around a couple times. So when you're making your angle, the first angle that we did with the head pin, the further you put it back on these, the bigger the space between the bead and your loop is going to be. And the closer you put it up here, the smaller, because see, it's tapered. So I like to put it right in the middle again, just because that's what I'm used to, and that's where I kind of look for it. But you can do whatever you want. If you want smaller loops or bigger loops, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to put these 3 on here. I put one in the middle, and I'm putting one towards the edge here. My goal is going to be to put at least one dangle on each link. But if you wanted to do like a ton of dangles on each link, you could do that too. And they call that the cha-cha style, like a cha-cha bracelet. And this one is not wanting to go. There we go. We got it. Sometimes it's kind of a close fit. Okay, put that up there. Then wrap it around. And when you wrap it around, you want to try to get the coils as close as you can to each other so they just kind of sit all in a row there. Then after I do this other one, I'm going to trim off my tails, and then we'll do some with the plooper, the one-step looper. I love that tool. That is one of my favorite tools to use, just because your loops are all the same size, and it cuts it for you. And it's a neat tool. It is one of our favorites. There we go. Wrap it around. I could do close wrap loops all day. I love it. I don't know, just something about it. So satisfying. There we go. Okay, where are my trimmers? Then when you trim it, you want to try to get as close as you can to your head pin without actually cutting the original head pin that it's on. These trimmers are not very good. I might need to get some new trimmers. Oh yes, these are not sharp at all. There we go. And then see how it leaves a little bump in there, leaves a little tail. Might be kind of pointy. You can just take your chain nose and just say, lay down, buddy. Lay down, buddy. hold it with this one. There we go. And then with this one, I will say, lay down, buddy. Where'd you go? Where did you go? There it is. Actually, I think I can get it a little bit closer. This is my memory wire cutter. I don't think it's going to get any closer. Nope, nope, nope. Is it? No. What'd you do today? Oh, I watched Becky fight with a close wrap loop tail forever. That's what I did today. There we go. That's better. Awesome. Okay. We'll cut this one off. I just need some better cutters. Let's see. Let's see if these are better. This is a thread cutter. And Abby is going to be very upset because I'm using it for wire. But, you know, we won't tell her about that. There we go. Oh, look at that. That was really good. Yep, nothing needs to be smoothed out there. And then there's my last one. Yay. Cool. Look at that. So this is what I have so far. I have one in the middle and one on either end. There we go. Okay, let's make some with the plooper. Where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Let me get a drink. Today, my coffee is from Dutch Brothers. And it's so good. It is a Golden Eagle, which is, I think it's like vanilla and caramel. It's really good. I had to get it last night, though, because in the mornings, their lines are so long. And it's iced coffee, so it'll last overnight. Using one of those striped ones. And this. I'm trying to put one of each color on all of the dangles, but it might not work out that way. We'll see. Let's see. Becky, you have a great voice for broadcast. You should be radio podcast host. Well, thank you very much. I do have my own channel on YouTube. It's just my name, Becky Bokern, BECKY BOKERN, Becky Bokern. And on my channel, I do gel printing and I do some beading and I do, what else do? I made paper beads out of my gel prints. I do all kinds of artsy craftsy stuff on my channel. Monday, I did some stamping with some foam stamps that are made at PM Artist Studio where I sell my stencil and stamp designs. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. What else does she say? All my flowering shrubs suffered freeze damage. Oh no. Let's see. What else? Kate on Bead Shop has been doing lives making charm bracelets and necklaces. We have so many check beads and flowers in our stashes to work with. Yeah, I didn't know that she was doing that. I saw one of her live streams the other day, but I forget what she was doing. She was doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I didn't know that she was making some charm bracelets. That's cool. Put together one more. Yeah, we know Kate at the bead shop. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I like doing these live streams here at work and at home because I just get to talk to so many different people and just hear about their different ideas about art and, you know, keep up on just what's happening in other areas of the country and the world. So, okay, we're going to play the plooper now. If you've not seen the plooper in action, it's pretty easy. I'll show you. So, it's a cutter and a looper. See, there's a little hole right here. Okay, so you turn it like this on its side. You feed your wire through there and through the hole. There it is. And then put your beads really close to the inside there. I like to put a thumbnail between there. Somebody last time told me about the thumbnail trick. And then slowly but firmly close the pliers. And then release. And there's your loop. Now you do have to close it up, but I mean, you have to be able to put it on something right now anyway, right? So we'll close that up when we put it on our bracelet. So that's what we've got. There we go. Let's see. Speaking of radio voices, what kind of song is in your head today? I know we've all got an earworm. What's your earworm for today? Mine is Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. It's a good song. I love that song. I would say that's in my top 100. A friend of mine recently asked me for a playlist of my favorite songs. I said, oh my goodness, how long you want this list to be? I could name at least 100, like rapid fire right off the bat. She's like, let's start with 10. So I did 15. I can't pick just 10. There we go. See how easy that is? So yeah, my favorite bands are Duran Duran and Prince, and the Breeders and the Doors. But yeah, Lady Gaga is pretty far up there too. She's cool. She's one of those singers that like you expect it just to be like pop music, but if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna take the loop and we're gonna put it on here. Let's see if it's open enough to fit on here. It is not. So we're gonna take our, where is it? Chain nose and open it up to the side like that. So instead of doing this, you never do this to a jump ring or a wire or anything. You always go like this. Never like that. Because if you do that, you're never going to get it exactly back in a circle like it was, and you'll disrupt the integrity of the structure. And there is your science lesson for today. That's what Abby is known for, about moving her hands like this. You always do it this way, never that way. And then I'm going to come in with my chain nose and just bend it back into place and close up that loop. Close up the loop. I'm going to grab my other ones. Where are my other ones? There we are. Get a better handle on it. Okay, so after seeing the difference, it is easier to put the dangles on this bracelet with the close wrap loop than with the plooper, because the plooper makes a slightly smaller loop than what I was doing. And this is difficult. It's just tricky because it's a really small space. Okay. Yeah, that's not even going to close all the way around it. Okay. Some days you win and some days you learn. Today we're learning. We are learning. So I'm just going to cut this off. But you got to see how the blooper looks and how it acts and that. So we're just going to undo that and pretend it didn't happen. There we go. But we've learned. So nothing is lost except for a couple head pins. Anybody got any plans for the weekend? I want to hear all about it. Me and my daughter are going to a reptile show here in town, put on by our local reptile shop, the Tie-Dyed Iguana. Shout out to Matt and Eric. Ooh, ooh. It should be fun. It should be fun. We have 3 snakes at home, and we love reptiles. They're fun. They're just slow, and they're quiet, and they're predictable. They're just really cool creatures. I realize they're not for everybody, but they're just calming and quiet, and they're so fun to watch just move around. Okay. So we're going to go do that on Sunday, and that'll be fun. Sometimes at the reptile shows, they have other animals besides reptiles. One time there was a lady that had baby kangaroos. For $10, you could sit and play with a baby kangaroo. They just want to be cuddled. So they put the kangaroo inside of a pouch and put that pouch on your lap. And you can stay in there as long as you want to. We stayed in there like a half hour just cuddling baby kangaroos. So cute. My daughter's kangaroo fell asleep. My kangaroo was eating snacks out of a bag. It was so cute. They're soft. Kangaroos are soft. I thought they'd be kind of rough, like a shaggy dog, but no, they're smooth and soft like a bunny. It's really neat. One reptile show we went to last year, also, they had a whole like petting zoo. They had a groundhog that you could hold. They had some ferrets. No, it was lemurs. They had lemurs, and they had baby goats, and they had a baby kangaroo. They had an albino baby kangaroo. That was really cute. Let's see if it'll fit on there. Yeah, it fits on there. Yay. And then one vendor, kind of questionable. they were selling baby kittens. What were they? They were semi-wild kittens. I forgot what they called them. But they're not your average house cat. And unless you really know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't own one of those. So I hope that they were like really interviewing the people that were interested in taking one of those home, because not everybody should have one of those. So see if I put this closer to the tip up there, it's going to make a smaller space between the bend and the beads. If I put it back here, it's going to be a bigger break between the beads and the loop. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle, leaning towards this side of it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's work on these and put those in there. Round nose. Let's see what we're saying in the chat. We're having my brother and his family in for the weekend. Oh, that's fun. We can send you rainbow lizards and iguanas from Florida. Hey, Caroline, yeah, I heard that there are iguanas falling from the trees because it's too cold for them. And that's crazy. And I heard that it's an invasive species. So, you know, they're not really used to the climate. But, and it's good to get those invasive species out of there because they don't have any predators. So they're going to be too populated and they're going to kill off the wildlife that is supposed to be there. So as much as I love iguanas and lizards, if you're not from here, buddy, you know. So I want to know what they are. The ones that are falling from trees, are they the big ones? Are they the little ones? You know, it seems like somebody could come along and like put them in some kind of like habitat sanctuary. I don't know. Just make sure they, you know, they're good. I don't want to harm them. I just want them to be in the best environment that they can be in so that they can flourish. There we go. How are we doing on time? What time is it? 34. 10 more minutes or so. And then we got to get ready to open the shop. So on this one, my coils didn't quite line up with each other. So I'm just going to take my chain nose in here and boop. Just manually move some of those loops. There we go. There we go. That's better. And this one. Yeah, so later today I'm going to divide up all these beads and make little packets of them, and they will be listed on the website under that link that I posted earlier, the Choose Your Own Adventure Kit. This is pumpkin and dragonfly and pomegranate. Pantone sure has some weird name for colors, don't they? There we go. And here's Abby. Abby's here. Yay. Abby's here. She says, howdy. They're all wishing you well, hoping that you're better. Yeah, she says, thanks. I wish I could think of the species of cats that they were selling. It wasn't like a serval or anything. It wasn't that wild, but it was not your average house cat. And that makes me worry. But they were very cute, and I got to pet one. So yeah, I hope there's baby kangaroos at the snake show again this weekend. But it's just neat going to the shows because you can see all the different breeds and like what the breeders are doing with the reptiles. And within the reptile community, it's almost a hobby to breed this morph with that morph, like just like with dogs, you know, like the poodles mixed with the labradoodles, and you know the golden retrievers with the eagles and whatever else. Yeah,
that's really nice.
It's a charm bracelet.
Yeah,
Got a tail hanging off here.
They picked the amber drums.
They did.
Awesome. I like that.
I didn't think they would pick that over the carnelian. Yep. Yeah, it was almost unanimous too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm making a charm bracelet.
Cool.
That's fun. And see, this is what it would look like. Oh no, it fell. Oh no. There we go. So yeah. You got your coffee, Abby?
No.
No coffee.
I'm gonna go next door in a little while and get a. I don't know if I want to do just like a regular Coke or a Coke Zero, but just to like get some caffeine.
Get some caffeine in you.
I mean, I had coffee this morning, but I don't have my coffee.
Yeah.
But my mom was telling me that artificial sweeteners, there was like recent studies to support the thought that artificial sweeteners can lead to migraines.
Oh.
I haven't had migraines in years.
Wow.
But I think it's just because like I had a sinus or allergy thing and a lot of pressure in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, artificial sweeteners are not the best thing for you.
No, but I'm glad they exist, especially for people who can't have a lot of sugar.
Yep. Yeah, I'm diabetic. I don't know what I would do without fake sweeteners. Yeah. I'd be drinking water all the time. Or herbal tea. Herbal tea is good for you. And we all got one of those white hearts on there. Okay, let's see. Where don't we have anything?
The white heart?
They did. The darker of the two colors.
Cool.
Let's do one here. So when I do charm bracelets, I like to work from the middle out. I did one in the middle, then I did one on either side, and I'm just kind of filling in the gaps. You don't have to do it that way. You can go from end to end. You can skip around randomly. You can do it however you want to. That's just how I do it. Just kind of keep it balanced.
I build all my little baubles first.
Yeah.
Lay them out.
You put them on.
After I'm happy with the placement, then
Oh. That's a good plan. Sometimes I do that.
And then I move them around a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Today we're just doing them.
That's a good strategy too.
Just do it. Yeah. Sometimes I lay them out. Sometimes I just do it. And I knew that we wouldn't have very long today, so
yeah.
I'm just doing it. There we go. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. We know what that song is?
Yeah.
Abby knows what that is. What is it?
Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Who's
That's
it?
all I know.
Who's it by?
I don't know.
She knows the song. She doesn't know who it's by. Anybody know who that song is by? Doing it and doing it and doing it well. See if he gets that one. Debbie needs tea with brandy. Hey, Debbie.
I put peppermint oil on the back of my head last night, and that helped a lot.
Peppermint oil.
I don't drink. I think Brandy would agree with me, but I appreciate the suggestion.
Caroline says they're collecting frozen iguanas for drop off for their final resting site. Kind of sad, but they get huge. The older ones' tails are 5 foot long. Okay, so it's the bigger ones that are falling. Yeah, well, I'm glad they're at least doing something respectful with them. You know, it's a shame how animals kind of get displaced like that. You know, nobody has control over that. Well, people have control over that. The animals don't have control over that. And it's just sad when stuff like that happens. But I'm glad they're at least doing something respectful with it.
What, the dropping iguanas?
Yeah, Caroline was saying she's from Florida, and
well, is it true that they're just kind of in like a hibernation state, and then once they warm up, they come back to?
I would hope so. I don't know. Some iguanas can what?
I was gonna say I got a big old scar on my arm from an iguana.
Some iguanas can stand the fall, but some of them just can't stand the fall because they're big and they have bones. Yeah. Helen says the zero sweeteners are bad for your gut health. I believe you. I believe you. I should probably cut back a little bit, but it's so hard. There we go. I'm gonna trim these up, and then I'm gonna say goodbye for now. I'll show you the bracelet. We'll look at the color combo one more time, and I'll post the link to it one more time too, in case you guys want to order a pack. Now, some of these tails are sticking out. I'm going to go back in later and just kind of tuck them down with the pliers. But this is what we have.
It's so pretty. Becky, I'm going to make you look at my big iguana scar. You see that?
Oh, she does have a scar on her arm from an iguana. I have a scar on my arm from a horse bite. A horse bit me. Yeah, 2 Mother's Days ago.
How was that only 2 Mother's Days ago? I feel like it was longer ago.
Well, it was 2023. So,
so
almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
That is so, to me, it feels like 10 years ago that happened.
Time is weird. I know. Time is weird. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that horse was going to break my arm. He sure could have. But I'm just glad it was me and not my daughter. My daughter's standing right next to me. We're getting a picture of the horse, and the horse bit me. It was painful. I didn't think he was going to let go. I thought he was going to chomp my arm in half. Okie dokie. Let me show the color combo one more time. There it is. Pomegranate and dragonfly and harvest peach. And
horses scare me.
Horses scare you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of people on staff and on our customer base that are really into horses.
Yeah.
I appreciate their beauty and their power and all that, but they scare me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're big. They are beautiful, and I used to love them. And I love unicorns. Unicorns don't bite because their teeth are made from gummy bears.
Oh.
But
how do they eat then?
They eat rainbows. Duh.
I thought rainbows came out the other end.
Well, because they eat rainbows.
I get it. Okay.
Duh. Yeah, horses are beautiful. I love them, but yeah, I don't want to get near them again. What'd you say, Abby?
But they do not love you.
They don't love me.
Or at least that horse didn't.
No. They can warm up after the cold. Good. The horse biting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was scary. Susan says, I love the dangles. The colors look really good together. Well, thank you, Susan. I'm going to link that kit one more time. And then I have to open the shop. Today we have open tables where people come in and just have fun and play with their beads and their yarn and all kinds of good stuff.
It is all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have a visitor today, like I said earlier. So that's fun. Okie dokie. Let me go back to face cam here. Bum, 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 bum.
I'll say hi and bye.
There we go. There's Abby.
Hi. I'll go back to cleaning up.
Did you bedazzle your shirt? I was looking
No,
at your shirt.
I bought it this way.
You bought it that way.
Yeah, when we were in Florida,
Wow.
at Lisa's store, getting her inventory and coming back, I needed to find something long sleeves,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to a shopping area where everything was like designer.
Oh.
And so I spent way too much money on this bedazzled shirt.
It says vision
But it's
locked. Oh, that's your
very-
outer shirt. What does your other
No,
shirt say?
it's all the same.
Oh, it's all one shirt.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a t-shirt over long sleeve
It's
shirt.
like some kind of like either like skate or streetwear designer,
Huh.
and it's all one shirt. It looks like it's
Looks like it's a short sleeve over long sleeve. Yeah.
but yeah, it's all one shirt. It's connected.
Nice.
And then it has all these little bedazzles all over it. And so I love it. And it's very comfy and very thick.
The bedazzles are unexpected on that kind of a sporty kind of a shirt.
I know, but I spent way too much money on it. But I needed it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good shirt. And it goes with your hat. Okay, well, I'm going to go open the shop. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central for our fun pack unboxing. That's the fun pack that just got sent out. So if you subscribe to the fun pack or you ordered a fun pack, you should have it now or soon. We never do any spoilers. So we're going to unbox that next week and play with that.
Yay!
Yay. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.